All right, football fans, we're here for another episode of Precise Football Evaluation, and today we are going to the defensive side of the ball, and we are going to, or I'm going to evaluate the possible first defensive player picked in the draft, Alabama's own Will Anderson Jr. He is a edge rusher, and the biggest thing, the number one thing that I'm going to be looking at is that first step off the line. With your edge rushers, you have got to have that quick, fast first step to get to the quarterback. Then I'm going to look at how he sheds blockers, if he uses any techniques like the swim, the spin, the throw arm rush that they do where they come out the end. I know a little bit about them. Well, excuse me, I know a lot about them techniques because I played defensive line and in high school, and I played linebacker in semi-pro. So I know about the techniques because I loved using techniques, and I learned it from the NFL watching it. So we're going to see what kind of techniques that he brings to the ball game, and we're going to see if he is worth of being the first defensive player drafted in the NFL. So let's go ahead and go to the film. All right, so he looked pretty good right there. Great first step. Got around the tackle. And here we go. See how quick he was off the line? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love that. He didn't hesitate a bit. Look, went right to the running back. Tackle for losses. So here he is on the bottom edge here. Goes inside and comes back out. Love that. You see how he shuffles across the line? That's fantastic. That's what you want when you're playing defensive line. He took that sack. So let's take another look at that. If I'm not mistaken, this is him right here. Let's see. No, he come from the other side. Say he bull rushed the guy right there. I like that play. Love it. That's what defensive ends are supposed to do in the NFL. And him doing it in college is a great sign. Defensive end, rush in is supposed to protect the outside of anyone that's trying to get to that because you're the last defense to someone running to the sideline on that side of the defensive end because the corners is covering the wide receivers. And you watch this play right here. That's what you're supposed to do. Watch. See how he kept his place and then he attacked. That's sensational. Great A on that one. So he's on the top side of the line again. Very aware of what's going on. Great field vision too, which is what you want with an edge rusher or a linebacker. That was actually his only NFL interception in his college career was that one right there. That's one thing I'm kind of concerned with him is can he cover any backs that come out of the backfield on pass situations? Gosh, he's all over it. This guy is mean. Here he is right here. And he's going to hold the line right here and he's going to shuffle and get that tackle. Watch. Comes in. See, that's a trap. That's what we call the X trap. Your guard and your tackle on your right side were pulling, and he was supposed to kick Anderson out. Anderson stopped that. Beautiful backfield tackle. Nothing to really look at because they were so quick on showing that one. But he led FBS in tackles for losses. See here, they try to See, number 10 completely missed his assignment. He was supposed to get Anderson on that. Nobody even blocked Anderson. How you do that, I have no idea. He should be the first person that is going to get a blocker on him. So he's down at the bottom again. He's in his edge rushing stance. Yep. That's that underneath throw arm that they do to get underneath the tackle. I mean, he's already got the technique of an NFL player, and they just did a stunt play. They just did a line stunt. And let's see if I can get it. All right. Whole purpose of the line stunt is to confuse the defense. This guy here will rush out, and then he will go in. I think it's how they had it because this guy here is way too far to be stunting with him. And what it is just to confuse the line. There you go. See, he's going outside, and then he goes in. And Anderson got all over it. So that was a great play, great defensive scheme. All right, he's at the top now. He did the swim move. He closes so fast. He's got sensational closing speed. This guy is fantastic. I really like this guy. I see what the hype is all about. So he's at the top again. He sheds his blocker great. He's got all the techniques and the mechanics that you need in the NFL already. Wham! Good land. That guy didn't have a prayer. That quarterback pressure. That guy there, he don't even want to get back up. He's like, man, I'm done with this. There he comes again. I mean, that's going to be one thing with Will Anderson is even if he don't get to the quarterback, he's just going to have him in a hurry. That's Texas A&M that they're playing against right there. He just shedded him like it wasn't nothing. That was the tackle's poor play, really. He didn't even try to block Anderson. All right, Anderson's on the bottom of the line now. Man, you see how strong he is? How he pushed that tackle back? Looks like he's back on the bottom of the line again. So they're heavy on his side with the tight end. They double teamed him. And he fought right through the double team and got the tackle for loss. Look at that. Let's look at this real quick. I don't know if it'll let me go back with this thing. Hold on. Yep, we're here. So here he is right here. This guy, these two guys right here are going to block him, and he's going to end up shuffling to the side, and he's going to split the double team, and he's going to get the tackle in the backfield. Watch him shed the. He's going to split the double team. He's double team, splits it, and attacks. That's fantastic. All right, so I think he's on the bottom again. No, he's on the top. I don't know where in the world he come from. It's hard to spot these guys because someone like Will Anderson Jr., as athletic as he is, um, you can pretty much put him anywhere on the line. Another tackle for loss. All over it. This guy's good. I see what the hype's all about. I really do. He sheds blocks. He's powerful. He holds his line of scrimmage. He doesn't get pushed back. Another line stunt. So he's great for line stunts. like I got a hair on my nose or something. My nose is tickling. He's down on the bottom. He did the swim move on that. This is a swim move. It's kind of a swim move. It's not the kind that I necessarily did, but it's similar to it. Really, his swim technique on that was just more to avoid instead of just going. You're supposed to see hit and went around. That's kind of a swim move, but it worked nevertheless. So I think he's on the top. Yep. He just keeps fighting. Guy's got a great motor. Techniques look great. He's on the top again. That's a swim move. That, my people, is a swim move. Because he's right here. That was a beautiful swim move. Watch when he comes in on him. Left hand, right hand goes over. Perfect technique. All right, so it looks like he's on the top. Nice. He closes so quick, and that's great for NFL. How quick can you close that gap? He's on the top. He's in his edge rushing stance. You see that? Great vision awareness, field awareness. That is beautiful. I don't know where he's at in this. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was way high. Look at that closing speed. Wow. I didn't even see where he come from. Let me take another look at that real quick. I want to see that. So I only know where he come from. He's on the bottom now. All over that. I mean, he just pushed the tackle back. I mean, he's having his way with the tackle. Watch him push him right back. That is crazy strength. All right, so we're here on the stat sheet, and this is my little scout sheet, and I wanted to show how similar he is to Khalil Mack. Uh, his combine numbers, we got his height, his weight, we've got his 40 dash time, and his 10-yard split time. Now let me bring this in just a little bit where we can see it a little bit better. Will Anderson Jr. 6'3" and a half. Khalil Mack 6'2" and 5/8. So he is almost an inch taller. 253 pounds. Khalil Mack was 251, 2 pounds heavier. He ran a 4.6940, and Will Anderson was disappointed in that time. He said that he really felt like that he could have ran a faster time. But Khalil Mack was at a 4.65. This is what I say, man. These combine numbers and stuff, they're nice, but there's a difference between being timed on just an area of the field, just doing your 40 time, and your field time. I felt like that I always ran faster during the game. That adrenaline's flowing. You got all the momentum. You're chasing something. I think that's what helped me to feel like that. I mean, I felt like I was running faster. Of course, you can't time it, but I mean, I felt like when I was on the field, I was running faster. And some people has just got that field game feeling to everything. You run faster, you're quicker, you're stronger. So he was only 4/100ths of a second slower than Khalil Mack. And then their 10-yard split time, he was actually 3/100ths of a second faster. So this guy here has got very, very similar numbers. He's exactly Khalil Mack, except a little bit taller and a little bit thicker, by a couple of pounds. All right, so let's look at his college stats. Let me get my little marker here. Of course, he had a huge 2021 season where he had 101 tackles. 31 of those were for losses, and he had 17 and a half sacks. Like I said, his interception, he only had that one that they showed earlier. So he's not going to be some coverage guy that's going to be able to cover the running backs and stuff like that. He's going to come in. He's going to be especially your specialist on third down. They're going to have to find a way to make him an every down back if he's going to be a number 4 pick. He does well against the run, which is a plus. So I think he'll certainly be a 3-down back, but he's going to specialize in that third down passing situations where he's going to rush the quarterback. So he ended up with 34 and a half tackles in his career in 3 seasons. And I'm just curious to why he played 2 games less than he did in 2021, but he had 50 less tackles exactly. He had almost half as less losses, and he was 7.5 sacks shorter than 2021. Could it have been that they had more talent and people had to cover other great players in 2021? Maybe. Maybe he got double teamed more in his 2022 season. That's a possibility. But I'm not going to let that define, because his accolades for 2022 didn't change, as we'll see right here. Of course, he's the national champion in 2020. He was the Lombardi Award winner in 2022, and that was the down season from 2021. He was a 2-time, excuse me with these names, Bronco Nagurski Trophy 2021-2022, Chuck Bednarski, whatever his last name is, award. 2022 Lott Trophy in 2022, 2-time SEC Defensive Player of the Year in 21 and 22, 2-time unanimous All-American 21 and 22, 2-time first team All-SEC 21-22. In his freshman year, he was a second-team All-SEC in 20. And he was also the Cotton Bowl Classic MVP in 21. So, of course, I haven't evaluated none of his contenders that's coming out of this draft, but I see the hype. I see why he's considered to be the first defensive player that's going to be drafted. I'm going to evaluate others. I'm also going to be looking at the next guy, which is going to be Tyree Wilson, and he is from Texas Tech. So I'm going to be doing some defensive players for a little while that's high up in the draft order, mock draft. These guys are going to be considered to be drafted top 10 or 12. So I'm going to do him next, which is Tyree Wilson. And then I'll be doing Jalen Carter. So that is it for my evaluation on Will Anderson. And of course, like I said before, I'll be making videos to where we crunch all these guys together and I can tell you who's going to be the guy in the NFL, from 1 through whatever. But right now we're just doing some individual ones so we can get some idea and I can throw some evaluations and some scouting at you with these players. So that's it for Will Anderson Jr. And until next time, this has been Precise Football Evaluation. And you have a good day. We'll see you later.